What is up, everybody? Welcome back to From the Crypt. Today we are going to be talking about Deadpool and Wolverine. And I'm going to go ahead and put our spoiler thing up when we start talking about the movie, of course, because we are good people. And if you have not seen the movie, do not watch this. I'm going to just tell you right out the gate, before we do our little intro, before we catch up on what we've been doing lately, I'm going to tell you right out the gate. If you don't want the movie spoiled, and you haven't seen the movie, do not watch this video. Go watch the movie, then come back and watch this video. This is From the Crypt, where Derek and I discuss movies and music and games and all kinds of stuff. I'm going to go ahead and also apologize out the gate for any coughing you might hear. I'm going to try to mute it as much as possible, but I have had a bitchin' cough for the last 2 weeks, and I just cannot shake it, so I will do my best. Bear with me.
I've had a fucking splitting headache for the last 2 days, and it will not go away. So if you see me just, it's not because of his hot takes. It's because literally I feel like somebody's just power drilling into my freaking eye right at this exact moment.
That being said, if I do this, it is because of his hot takes. Because I do not have a headache.
Oh, also, let me just go ahead and clarify so everybody knows. There is one thing that we have talked about movie-wise with this. We do not know each other's opinions going into this. Let's just start with spoilers first off. Like, just not us spoiling anything, but just the internet community. Because Toby messaged me something that got spoiled for him, and I'm not even joking. Had I seen that, it really would have probably shit tanked the movie, because the surprise of a few things was good. So first off, to these dickheads that are, because he saw it on a YouTube thumbnail, they just posted it right there.
Which,
and
if you've seen this video at all yet, you will know that our thumbnail is completely spoiler free. So
yeah. So the people that are literally, I guess, get their rocks off spoiling shit, I really hope you die slow and painfully, because you're ruining a person's experience, and honestly, you're a piece of shit. IGN, Nerdist, all of you. Because I know when we did Deadpool 1 and 2, I want to rant about IGN. IGN was still doing it. So, I don't get it. I do not get it. I mean, other than clicks, which it's like, how pathetic do you have to be to get that? So, no. Just bullshit all around.
Yep.
If you spoil this movie or literally anything for your friends on purpose because it makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside, go start a shotgun.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, even if the movie's been out forever and a day, like, it's still not fun for people. You know, like, at least tell somebody ahead of time, hey, I'm going to spoil this. The more we talk, I'm going to spoil it. So exit the conversation, whether it be on a video or whatever. But for fuck's sake, don't put shit in your thumbnails, dude. I mean, like, it's one thing if it's like, if it's like blurred and it's like vague, you know, like that. But like, if you just plaster it smack dab in the middle of your thumbnail, like, you gotta be a whole different breed of fucking stupid. You gotta be drinking the stupid juice, man. Because I don't get it. I don't understand.
Or butt chugging the piece of shit juice, which I'll go ahead and guess that. Like,
yeah.
God, it just... I am seriously, and I know I've already told you this, and I told Toby this, I am so fucking mad for him right now. Because, like, just ridiculous. And the movie has only been out for a day. Not
even a day.
Yeah. Like,
a couple hours.
God, just awful. And... not to sound old, but these people should legitimately be ashamed of themselves, and they deserve to get punched in the faces by Mike Tyson, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. It's not funny. It's not cool. Don't do it. It's not cute. It's not charming.
Yeah.
You're not awesome for finding the thing first and then showing the whole internet. So, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's wild. It's wild. It's wild. I don't get it. Just don't spoil shit. It's awful.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
That we could make a whole video on the act of spoiling and plenty of other topics that I'm sure we'll probably clump into a video at some point or another. But we'll go ahead and get moving. Don't spoil anything. Be a good person. Now, Derek, what you been doing? What you been up to? What you been listening to? What you been playing? Hit me.
Headache, Elden Ring, and yeah, basically just headache all throughout. So yeah, that's literally all I've been doing.
Oh, no music.
No, not the new. Like I was listening to like some. I actually, you know what? I was bumping some Ozzy on the way to the theater today. I was just in an Ozzy mood.
Hell yeah.
Then on the way back, there was some Warren era, my '90s playlist. So that's basically about it.
Nice.
So yeah, aside from coughing lungs up and playing Elden Ring
you can't
and Skur.
You can't see it because my floodlight's on, but my eyes are like sunken into my fucking head right now. I have not slept for shit for the past like 2 weeks.
I feel that.
This cough is like killing me. I actually thought I was dying last night. Like I could not stop. I was coughing to the point where I was gagging. Like I felt like my throat was coming out of my body. Was not
always fun.
Yeah, horrible.
Always awesome.
But yeah, Skur, the new map on Skur just came out. Toby and I tried that out last night, night before last night, something like that. It would have been 2 nights ago because I was I was not home last night.
Yeah, my internet went down from like literally like 9:45 to like 10:45 when you guys were playing, and by the time it was loaded up, I didn't want to play, and you may know why. I don't know.
Okay. Oh yeah, I do know why.
Yeah, you know.
Anyway, yeah, I know. So, yeah, Skur, new map, super fun. The one I don't even know if we should call them wonder weapons because it really is. It's less a wonder weapon in the traditional sense of a zombies map as it is a map specific weapon. Like there's a wonder weapon, but it's not super wondrous most of the time. It's just something that gives you a utility specifically for this map and also does damage and so forth. Like each map has their own. Some significantly better than others. The Howler, mint. The Plague thing, the Plague Spitter, whatever the fuck it's called. Not good. And it sucks because it potentially could be the coolest one. It's like it's a pistol with like fucking rats forming around the edges of it and shit, and it spits out like this like purple plague onto the wherever you're shooting it. It's fucking cool. But anyway, yeah, not very good. But anyway, the new one is called the Corpse Grinder. That's pretty fucking cool.
Nice.
Yeah, and it shoots blood. It's amazing. It's great. It shoots blood like explosion things.
It'd be even better if it was shaped like a cock and shot blood.
Yeah, true. That's fact. But the new map has got a lot of Evil Dead vibes. It's got a lot of Cabin in the Woods vibes. It's got a lot of
nice.
That kind of shit. And the ending boss even has a chainsaw, so that's cool.
You know what they were inspired by then.
Oh yeah. Even some of the some of the story bits, like they're wink wink nudge nudge at Evil Dead for sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, playing Elden Ring with you guys, that's been pretty fun. Now that I've gotten the hang of it and know what I'm doing, and a lot of WoW. I've been playing a lot of WoW.
Yeah.
Pandaria Remix is coming to an end here in like 20 days, I think. And I finally got all the mounts and stuff, so honestly I could be done with Pandaria Remix and I'll be happy because I've got everything that I wanted. I might try for some of the armor sets, I don't know, we'll see. But the mounts were the only thing I give a fuck about. I just like playing Pandaria, it's fun. Yeah. And the new patch, the fucking War Within pre-patch, is nuts. Literally nothing has changed other than, well, okay, let me take that back. No story has progressed. We haven't gotten any story whatsoever. We haven't gotten these fucking Irradiant Echoes or whatever the hell they're supposed to be called. Those don't come until the 30th for some reason, which is fucking dumb, Blizzard. Get your shit together. Like, it's nothing fancy. I don't know why you're waiting to release this, but don't. It's the same fucking invasion shit that you've had every pre-patch for the last 4 expansions. except it's like whispers from previous enemies that we've fought and taken down before. No, just fucking release the goddamn content, you stupid shills. I got on the other night to check out the new pre-patch stuff. Now, the warband stuff that's come out, fucking awesome. Something that WoW has needed for a very, very long time. Basically, realms, null. You can join a guild from a different realm now. All of your characters have access to a guild vault, or a warband vault, or whatever. So if you can put gold and currency, any kind of currency, and other than honor, I think honor's the only one, like PvP shit. I don't think they do that, but yeah. Crafting reagents, armor. There's even armor that instead of soulbound, it only binds to that character. It's like warband bound, so you can put it into this thing or mail it to your warband, which your warband is literally just your account. It's just a fancy name for all of your characters, basically. But super cool, super intuitive. Should have done it a long time ago. It really sucks that it's taken this long to implement this, but I'm glad it's finally here, and I cannot wait to utilize that, especially for transmog farming and just, honestly, ease of access for all of my alts. I can play through something on my main character, and I know that I'm still, to some degree, progressing my alts a little bit along the way. That way I don't have to start all of those from scratch every single time. That is fucking tedious, and if I wanted to do that, I would go play Classic WoW. So, it's just cool. It's cool to see. And as far as music goes, I'll stop rambling about WoW. I've been listening to Blackbraid. I don't know if you've heard of Blackbraid before, but he's fucking cool. I think it's a solo project. It is black metal, but it's also like it's very melodic, very atmospheric, and he's an indigenous man. He's hence the name Blackbraid, obviously, and he like his music, as far as I can tell, is very thematically revolving around Native American stuff, which is cool.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yes, it's really cool. Cool stuff. Blackbraid 2 is the album I've been listening to, like, pretty much on repeat. It was his 2023 album. Fucking awesome. So good. That, and I've been listening to A Forest of Stars.
You told me about that one, yeah.
Those guys are wild, dude. I don't even know where to begin with those guys. They're so different. Like, you might be able to classify them as black metal, but they also really aren't at the same time. I don't know. They're so fucking weird, but I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I've been listening to, what I've been playing. Oh, and I've been watching The Boys. Oh, I fucking hate Stormfront with a burning passion.
I was going to say, just pause on that one, because we can definitely do a video talking about it.
Oh, we will. But I do have to just express my fucking hatred for that stupid bitch. So fucking hate Stormfront so goddamn much.
Cash did, she did good. Like, if you hate her that much, which, don't get me wrong, everybody basically does, she's doing her job damn good.
I hated her before the spoiler thing that I'm not going to say anything about. Like, I hated her from day one. I didn't like her.
Oh, yeah.
But now that thing that has come from her past, or at least I think it might be a red herring, but I think it is her, came out about the thing that's not so great in American history.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, that thing I just watched today. So I was like, huh, cool, wow, I fucking hate her even more now. That's great, awesome.
Yeah, honestly, I'm still digesting, because, yeah.
I haven't started, I'm still on season 2, but getting there. Slowly but surely. I've been sick as fuck, and then between the time of me not coughing, I've been trying to, I've just been trying to do stuff. Been trying to do stuff that I haven't been able to do. Been hanging out with the GF and the babies. That's been fun. Just been doing a bunch of stuff, so I haven't had the time to just like sit and binge it like I normally would, something like this. But tomorrow I should have some time to at least knock out the rest of season 2. Hopefully get into season 3, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I don't think I have anything to do tomorrow, anywhere to be tomorrow, so. God damn it. Anyway, we have been rambling for plenty long. Now we must switch our attention to Deadpool.
Deadpool!
And Wolverine.
Yeah. So, I literally just looked up the plot synopsis on Google. I mean, we just both watched it, so I mean, we know what happens. But this is probably the worst plot synopsis I've ever heard in a movie. So I'm gonna read it because
Have you seen the Disney Plus synopsis or summary or whatever under Deadpool 2?
No.
It literally says the sequel to the first one.
Nailed it.
Yeah, I was like, hell yeah, that's the Deadpool I love.
But no, this is literally, you type in Deadpool and Wolverine plot synopsis in Google, this is what pops up. Wolverine is recovering from his injuries when he crosses paths with loudmouth Deadpool. They team up to defeat a common enemy. That plot synopsis is garbage.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is fucking horrible.
Yeah. Okay, quick. I'll try to be quick with it. Deadpool gets enlisted to help with the Time Force. I can't remember what, or just Time Force. Then figures out some stuff's going on. Has to go save a Wolverine, or get a Wolverine. Then gets sent to the Void. Then shit happens, and then big final battle. You know, for all of reality, basically.
That was just as bad of a synopsis as the one you read from Google.
Oh, it's fucking better than that one. Wolverine ain't recovering from his fucking wounds. Wolverine's in a bar getting shit tanked.
Yeah, he's recovering from his mental wounds.
Shit. But, yeah. So right out of the gate, with the opening, and I guess actually, hold on. Spoilers again, just in case.
Hang on, let me put my spoiler thing up. I'm gonna go ahead and flash it a few times so all of you guys can see it. Spoilers ahead. It's up at the top. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make it bigger. On this episode because of recent events. I'm gonna put it right here next to our logo. You'll see it the whole time.
Okay, because we actually did good with saying no, we're talking spoilers right out of the gate.
Yep.
Well, yeah, you've been warned like 15 times, and even got a rant on people that purposely spoil stuff. So if you're like, oh my god, that plot synopsis spoiled some stuff for me, you kind of had it coming.
Yeah, we told you way ahead of time. Don't watch this if you don't want any spoilers. Heavy spoilers from this point out, though.
So, okay, the opening I'm a little conflicted on. Like, not the credits and stuff. The credits and stuff was awesome. Like, I loved that, because obviously, being like 12, 13 years old in the year 2000, NSYNC was... Nobody's going to deny bye. Like, let's just get out of the gate. Why I'm conflicted is because I loved, and I mean legit loved, Logan. So to see it going back to that and digging him up after we had like literally the most perfect send-off, I was like, I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about this, because it was funny. I'm not going to pretend it wasn't.
It was fucking hilarious.
But
that is who Deadpool is.
It shits on the ending. It shits on the best ending to better. Logan's ending was better than anything Fox had done. Deadpool 1 and 2's ending, any of the X-Men movies, any of the other various properties they had, Logan was the best.
That's fact.
So
they even mentioned that in the TVA. The TVA even says that you thought you were a fucking anchor being. This guy right here is legit responsible for the most fucking emotional ending scene that has ever been produced, you know? Like, they even made a nod to that. But when Deadpool even when he says, yeah, I know I said I wasn't gonna fuck with this, but I just gotta show you he's not dead. Like, I think that's just part of it. That's just who he is.
Like, don't get me wrong, it was funny, but I'm still, like I said, conflicted with it, because I was just like, man, wish we could have just not and left like that in its own thing, because it's all, first off, a line that Deadpool said in Deadpool 1, these timelines are confusing. yeah, that's no shit. They are confusing now, especially considering, like, Logan takes place far in the, or like ways in the future, and this is like back here, and so timeline, little bit messy. Let's just go ahead and get that thrown out.
Well, the TVA is timeless. So the
oh yeah, no, I know.
TVA has nothing, like there is no time in the TVA. It's all time.
So, yeah, no, but I'm not talking about the TVA. I'm talking about the average viewer, because it's like, wait, this happened here, but we're technically already back here, and so that it is confusing. It's like it's not, because anytime you could talk about it in Terminator, Back to the Future, time travel really muddies the waters a lot.
Yeah,
and it's any movie like it's Terminator 2 is one of my favorite movies, but time travel and everything, it is a for physicists to be able to to perfectly understand it.
Yeah,
but yeah, the like, I guess, opening credits, fucking awesome. I will say I thought the opening credits was better than Deadpool 2. Still on the fence if it was better than Deadpool 1, but him actually doing the dance from Bye 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 was definitely helping shit too.
Please hold. Okay.
Your quality kind of dipped a little.
Yeah, it should be getting better here in a second.
What happened? Your internet fucking shit the bed?
No, you were freezing up, so I was like, fuck it, I need to switch over to my hotspot so we can sync up a little bit better. And
okay.
We should be good to go.
Okay.
I thought it was going to stop recording, but it actually continued recording, so that's cool.
Oh. Good thing I didn't say anything horrible.
Sorry, guys. That was a really weird disposition to come into, but we're good.
Why is it whenever we talk Marvel, there's technical difficulties? Like, it's, every fucking time.
Somebody's fucking with the space-time continuum or some shit in our videos.
Yeah, well, they can piss off. Piss off. But yeah, the opening was great. I was having fun with that. I'm not gonna lie. What else? I'm glad Peter is in the movie.
Same.
That made me very happy.
I'm glad Peter is in the movie in more ways than one.
Yeah.
He was there a couple times, and that was great. That was great to see.
Yeah. We're going to talk about Peter a little bit more. Believe me, we will talk about Peter a little bit more. But he is Sugar Bear, and I love him. Now, I'll go ahead and say, I had only seen, I think it was like the first little teaser and then the first big trailer that they put out. But other than that, the stuff that they released with like the other characters that were eventually revealed, I think the last thing I saw was Sabretooth. That was it. And then, so I tried to go in as blind as I could, but with the internet being the way it is, kind of hard. But, so if you're like, oh, some of that stuff was in trailers, I don't frickin' remember. And if I could, I would erase it all out of my brain so I could go in completely fresh, but I can't help myself. I'm an addict.
So the only things that you would have missed from trailers other than Sabretooth, one of them was vague as fuck, and you wouldn't have noticed unless you are just irritatingly like focused on tiny little details like my stupid brain is. But Elektra technically was in one of the trailers, but it was the most minute little fucking thing, and she was also confirmed in the cast as well. So at that point we had already known she was going to be in it. We didn't know to what capacity. And then the other one was the most recent one that I was kind of bummed that I watched, because it was in a main trailer. It was not a spoiler from like a source of any kind. It was the actual trailer. Was X-23.
Yeah. Well, I knew that one without
trailer.
watching.
So
yeah, I knew that one without watching the trailer, because like IGN and Nerdist both, X-23 in the new Deadpool and Wolverine movie. I was like, come on, just a new fucking trailer. Like, you don't need to announce every single time a character's in there.
Yeah.
Like, ugh.
Yeah.
But
other than
anyway.
that, there wasn't anybody that you would have missed from any of the other trailers. I mean, unless you count Toad and Pyro, and those are the only other cameos I know of. Oh, Azazel was in there briefly.
I was gonna say, honestly, I don't even remember them from the trailers I saw. So like,
They were in
I was
the,
like, oh,
they were,
okay.
They were in the lineup of people in the Cassandra Nova's thing.
Yeah,
Well, Pyro
glad
was front and center in one of the first trailers, and so was Toad.
Okay.
I think.
Well, I'm glad I forgot that.
Oh, Juggernaut was also very, very briefly. You could see his fucking helmet in one of the trailers too. But again, unless you have stupid brain like me, you probably missed that. But
Legit, I only watched each one of them once,
yeah.
and I was like, okay, that's it. And yeah, I'm glad that I didn't want to pick it apart or watch a breakdown of it because oh god, I mean, talking about the movie trailers is a whole other segment in its own because yeah, I think that they are showing too much because you know how many cameos were in the movie that did get ruined that they didn't need to show, like, period.
Yeah.
Like, none of them. You could have literally just shown Deadpool and Wolverine just fighting each other. That just been the trailers, just that. And it's like, well, those are the two title characters. That doesn't spoil shit. Okay.
There were a couple of faces I did not expect to see at all.
There was 3 I did not expect.
Yeah. I think there was also 3 that I did not expect.
And they were fucking huge. And once again, sorry, Toby.
Huge. One of them in particular was more huger than the others, but they were still fucking huge, in my opinion. But there was a bunch of seeing as how we're talking about cameos for the time being, I'm going to talk about a missed opportunity. One of my very few gripes about the movie. I don't have many. I actually did love this movie quite a bit. But one of my few gripes was the lack of Wolverine possibilities. I loved the variety of them, but they could have used so many actors to just, like, get them out of the way. And they only had one other one that was not Hugh Jackman, which was fucking awesome. And I loved it. But
yes,
they didn't have anybody else as a Wolverine other than Henry Cavill. AKA the Cavalrine, which is fucking awesome.
Perfect. Like, loved it.
Beautiful. Loved every second of it.
Absolutely loved it.
Dude is built like a brick shithouse, and I love every second of it. Working on his fucking motorcycle, dude.
That's why Henry Cavill was the best Superman.
Superman's whack.
Oh no, that's foreshadowing.
Oh.
I'm serious. I've got a big gripe, not with the movie, but just with fans in general, that we'll get to later. Later.
Okay.
But yeah, I guess let's jump back into the plot a little bit. Yeah, Deadpool tries out for the Avengers, and you know, Deadpool is Deadpool. I'm not going to remember every single one-liner from this movie because 1, there's a metric shitload of them, and 2, there was a lot in the movie.
Yeah.
Cameos, just little Easter eggs here and there, most of which, I'm gonna not even to lie, I probably didn't catch half of them. That's why, like, I know I need to watch this movie again. I'm not gonna go see it in theaters again, but the second it's out on VOD, that is what I'm doing.
The only reason I'm not going to see it in theaters again is because movie tickets are fucking expensive out here, and I can't deal with it. I can't deal with how goddamn expensive movie tickets are here.
And yeah, I've got fucking at least 40-minute drive to a theater, and between finding time, you know, like making sure Karen's schedule is completely free, and you know, getting like, was it 4 hours to essentially go see this movie? Like that chunk of time, it just is not feasible and in the cards.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would like if let's say Keokuk's theater was still open and I'd go see it at Keokuk again. There is no doubt about it. I'd go see it again. But yeah, Deadpool tries out for the Avengers, does not work, bums him out.
Happy
then
Hogan. was another really cool Easter egg. I love to see Hogan.
Loved it. Jon Favreau's awesome.
I love Happy so much. He's just... I just love him. I love him.
God, what else? And then, we flash forward, like, what is it? Yeah, 6 years, jumps, and Deadpool is a used car salesman, and that's hilarious all on its own, which...
Used car salesman with Peter.
With Sugar Bear.
With Sugar
And
Bear.
I like the foreshadowing that they drop during this scene to a scene later in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
That payoff was awesome.
Beautiful. Mwah. Kiss.
But then, they get off work. Surprise party for Wade, and then TVA shows up, abducts him, tells him what's up. That's when we start getting the Marvel Jesus, and, the fuck Fox, and this and this and this.
The extended version of that hallway scene where the TVA shows up, though, the extended version of it going into more gritty detail and the eye contact and, like... Because they teased the whole pegging thing in the trailer, obviously. But, But that part just extended longer and just, like, kept going over and over. I was like, dude, this is going to send me into a laughing fit, which is going to, in turn, send me into a coughing fit. We gotta slow down, because this shit's funny as fuck.
Yeah.
That shit killed me.
One thing, though, and I know by the end of the movie, or you might say, well, that gets resolved at the end of the movie. Yeah, it does. I still do not like... And I knew this going in, I wasn't going to like this, with Vanessa and Wade. Like, yeah, he's at a low point, but the way that they built that relationship in the first 2 Deadpool movies, they're together forever. Not taking a 6-year break or anything like that. So that was honestly never going to sit well with me. And I knew that walking into the theater.
Yeah. I don't think it's that believable that she would have just been like, okay, sorry, I'm done. I can't believe that, honestly, but it didn't weigh on me. It didn't weigh on me as much, I don't think, as I thought it could have,
Yeah, it does get resolved by the end of the movie and stuff, but still, like, when you spend 2 movies painting this, like, picture that they're the perfect couple, they're crazy matches, each other's crazy, and then it's like, oh, she's seeing another dude and Wade's selling cars, like that. Like, the selling cars part, it's whatever, but the relationship thing, like, no. I didn't think it was believable that she would have left him either, especially at that, like, low point that he was at in the movie. So, did not like that. But it does get resolved in the end, so minor gripe with that. And then, Deadpool goes, TVA, they tell him, like, oh, you're going to matter. And that's a big thing throughout the movie. You're going to matter. And gets excited, then figures out, then they tell him what's going to happen, and then he starts jumping through different timelines to find a Wolverine to take back to his timeline to be the new anchor point. Which then, we got short Wolverine, we got like James Bond Wolverine, we got old school orange and yellow Wolverine, the Calverine. Trying to think, I know I'm probably forgetting something, but like I said, there was a lot.
I don't know which one that one was, but the crucified one.
Yeah, that one. So that was cool, seeing all of that. And then, they get there, and then they find out, like, oh, no, you can't just bring another Wolverine, and it's not the same, especially considering this one was so awful, which the trailers, made that abundantly clear that this was, like, technically one of the worst Logans. But then they get sent to the Void, and the Void was really cool. Definitely very Mad Max. And I loved...
One more very brief cameo, kinda, a little bit. The Hulk was reflected in Wolverine's blades for, like, 5 seconds.
Oh yeah, that was spoiled for me before the movie.
And I was really fucking hoping that fight was actually going to take place at least for, like, a minute, 60 seconds. Come on, man.
Yeah.
But it didn't.
No. I saw something in an art, like, I think it was just a headline of an article. It's like Hulk, Deadpool, Wolverine, and something about Hulk, and I was like, motherfucker, once again, like, come on. And then they should have expanded that a little bit, just a freaking little bit, because like even like a minute would have been perfect. Just the three of them fighting would have been freaking awesome.
Just
but
the two of them fighting would have been fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, but definite missed opportunity right there with that. But then the Void, Mad Max, which they definitely make reference of that multiple times. I love the 20th Century Fox thing just in the dirt. Loved it.
The 20th Century Fox logo got pruned and sent to the void.
Yeah.
Love it.
Absolutely love that. It was hilarious. And then, just the fighting between Deadpool and Logan was awesome. Even if, it's going to be at a stalemate every single time. But it was still awesome.
The best one was the van scene, though, because at the end, when he's fucking tied up in the seatbelts, that shit fucking sent me. I fucking wheezed. It was so fucking funny, dude. And that fight scene was also very fun. Like, the whole thing was very fun. But the end of it, when fucking Logan's just passed out sleeping, and Deadpool's also passed out sleeping, but he's wrapped like a fucking mummy in seatbelts, dude, that shit was fucking dumb funny. Killed me.
So, at this point, a convoy shows up of bad dudes. Sabretooth is in there. Trailers have shown Sabretooth. Pyro's there, Toad's there. And then, I'm just going to go ahead and say this. The greatest fucking swerve of all goddamn time.
Captain America shows up.
Or does he? Just for reference, that's what Toby had spoiled for him on a YouTube thumbnail.
Oh, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, I like when that happened. Like Deadpool's like, I'll do it. Avengers assemble, flame on! I was like, I was literally clapping in the theater. Dude. I cannot state how much I loved that alone.
Dude, Deanna and I were like fucking cackling with joy. We were just like, oh my fucking god, they did it. By God, they've done it.
And God, that was one of my favorite parts of the movie, and I don't feel ashamed admitting that. It was awesome. It completely took me by surprise. And hearing that people are posting thumbnails of Johnny Storm up on YouTube, just get fucked.
And the way they did it, too. The way they did it, how they had him, an establishing shot from behind. He was obviously like...
red, white, and blue.
He was specifically being shown to look like Captain America, but still not showing his face. So at this point, it still could have been anybody. Even though, obviously, it was Chris...
Evans.
Chris Evans' voice. But then it reveals his face. And we're all like, Cap! Cap is here! Wait a minute, Cap is in the void? What the fuck is Cap doing in the void? Because as far as we know, it's our Cap, and we know from our timeline that he fucking died. He just aged and lived his life, But then they do the fucking flame on thing instead of the Avengers Assemble thing, and it just like... What the fuck, dude?
Dude, legit, like, the greatest swerve of all time. Like,
because that whole
nobody
time,
will convince me otherwise.
Before they showed his face, I was like, ain't no fucking way they pulled a Chris Evans in this movie. No way. Not happening. That didn't happen. No way that happened. And it did, and I was like, oh, okay. Oh, cool. Fuck. Okay, it happened. Sick. Captain America's not going to make it in this movie. There's no fucking way.
Yeah, like, I remember even... I even remember, like, when I was looking at Chris Evans, I even specifically said to myself, I was like, he looks scrawny for Captain America, because... Like, not like fucking Batista big or something, but, just bigger. But yeah, Chris, he looks smaller, and I was like, okay, wasteland, not sufficient nutrition, more than likely. And then that happened, and I was like, oh my god, it was just amazing.
Loved it.
Loved it.
Loved it.
And then what else do we got? Then they take them back.
Sabretooth
Johnny Storm
is longer than fucking 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Deadpool's like, hey...
That one took me by surprise.
Deadpool's like, hey, this fight's gonna be rough. It's gonna take a while. Just, you gotta know your moves, blah, blah, blah. And fucking Logan's like, shut the fuck up. Fucking got his head off, done. That was it.
This is your queen, Furiosa!
Yeah. It's the second Mad Max call out.
Yeah. And then, yeah, I do remember them showing Ant-Man as the base in the trailer. Yeah. So, you know, that...
Confirmed.
No, nothing ruined there, really.
Confirmed Scott Lang Ant-Man as well.
Yeah.
Because he said, said something about Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd finally aged.
Yeah. Well, love that.
And then, yeah, just the scene back at the Ant-Man base. Yeah. Zazel, Toad, Juggernaut, Pyro. Sorry, head's pounding. I can't remember who else that they shown in that scene.
I'm pretty sure, and I might be thinking about the fight scene at the end. Or not the end, but the back half, you know, before they leave.
Final act, yeah.
But I think the X-23 from the Fox X-Men with the long fingernails.
Oh, Lady Deathstrike, yeah. Yeah, Lady Deathstrike, she was there. Yeah, she was not, it wasn't Kelly Hu, though. It was another chick. Because I did notice that, and yeah, that was at the end. Or not the end, in the third act. Like, because, yeah, you see her just doing her finger stuff. They may have shown her.
It is.
They may have shown her at that part. But, yeah, Lady Deathstrike was there as well. Like we said, there's a lot in this movie. And one thing that I did like is it didn't really...
Kelly Hu did play her.
What?
Yep.
I'm not buying that for a second. Once again, gotta see it again. Because, yeah, that chick looked different and younger. And Kelly Hu hasn't been Lady Deathstrike since 2002 or 2003.
Hang on.
I think it's 2003. Yeah, I can't see any of that. Okay, there we go. Finally loaded. I'm gonna watch it again. I'm still iffy on that one. Because yeah, she was obviously Lady. What, dude? Your shit.
No, I turned it off because it was not focused.
Oh, okay.
I turned it off.
Well, no, I mean it did focus eventually right at the end.
Oh.
No, I'll have to watch it again. Like I said, I'm already planning on doing so. But then I take it they escaped. Like I take it the leg that they escaped on was a Sentinel leg. That's the only thing I thought it could have been, or at least that's how I.
Could have been from a Stark suit as well.
That thing was fucking huge.
Could have been like a Hulkbuster kind of thing or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
Sentinel more than likely though, because especially the X-Men and stuff.
But then yeah, they take off, escape on a leg before the giant dragon from what did Deadpool say? Loki season 1 episode 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
Irith or whatever. Yeah, because I still for the life of me have not watched Loki.
You need to watch Loki. It's fucking good.
Dude, everybody says that, but we'll talk about that a little bit further down the road, believe me. But then they run into Nice Pool and Dog Pool. And
yeah,
I fucking like Nice Pool is awesome. Loved Nice Pool. And then as I kind of already said, when Wade's selling cars, he is just constantly talking shit about the Honda Odyssey. Yeah. And sure enough, that is the vehicle that Nice Pool gives them to get to these other, survivors, we'll just say. It's a Honda Odyssey, and Wade's just like, oh, come on!
Yeah. Which they make very short time destroying as well.
Oh yeah, they destroy the fuck out of it.
They destroyed the fuck out of it.
And I'll take a second to just go ahead and say the music in this movie was awesome. Like, it was all over the place in the best ways. Like I previously already said, in sync. They had "I'm With You" by Avril Lavigne.
Madonna.
Madonna, of course. Then what? The song from Grease. You're the One That I Want.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why. Summer Lovin'. The fight scene with that in the Honda Odyssey was fucking awesome.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
So good. So good. And so then this fight happens, and then we come to find who the survivors are a little ways down the road. It is Jennifer Garner as Elektra from Daredevil and obviously Elektra. Then these two took me by surprise badly, and it was awesome. Every second of it. Wesley Snipes is fucking Blade.
Wesley fucking Snipes as Blade, dude. Not just some random fucking dude playing Blade. No, this is fucking Wesley goddamn motherfucking Snipes as Blade.
And I'm just gonna go ahead and say two things about Blade. One, some motherfucker's always trying to skate up it or ice skate uphill. Drop that, loved it. And then his thing about I'm the only Blade there'll ever be.
And then Deadpool specifically looked into the camera real slow.
Yeah, just like
right after that. He was like, no, I think it was more of a like actually there is another Blade coming.
Honestly, with the production issues that movie's having, I'll be surprised if it happens.
It has been like on the back burner for a hot minute, so we'll see.
Yeah, it's been stuck in production hell. But then finally, after goddamn years of waiting, Channing fucking Tatum as Gambit. God, I was pumped, dude. Like, I was like, I think
hilarious.
That was another moment. Same with the Wesley Snipes. I was clapping in the theater, like, yes,
dude.
And then X-23, which was spoiled, but.
My shit and piss and cum was all over the movie theater. I could not contain myself. It was just like everywhere, all over the place. I could not contain it.
Dude, yeah, I was. if those I don't even want to call them cameos because they weren't. It wasn't like a hey and then done. They did play a significant role in the movie. If that shit had been spoiled for me, that would have. Honestly, probably ruined the fucking movie for me.
Oh yeah, same.
Like,
I did hear rumors that Blade was going to be in it, but I didn't believe them because there was no solid evidence.
Yeah,
and it was also before the whole 30-minute early access thing that was going around. It was before all that. I was hearing stuff about Blade. I'm like, I mean, that would be cool, but okay, yeah, I'll believe that when I see it. So I had already written that off. I didn't think that was going to happen. The second Wesley Snipes pops into this fucking movie, I almost fainted. I was like, this is fucking wild.
Loved it. It was like, I don't get me wrong. I think us fans will always be greedy and want to see more. And I would have loved to seen Ben Affleck as Daredevil. I know that wasn't going to happen since they got Jennifer Gardner as Elektra, but even she made oh yeah, and then her comment about that, I can't remember exactly what it was, but since they got divorced and everything, just you could sense that bitterness and the way she delivered the line. I was like, nailed it.
Yeah,
nailed it.
They mentioned it, and they also mentioned somebody else.
Punisher,
yeah. Punisher.
Which, God,
that was.
If they would have got Thomas Jane in there. Yeah,
because
Deadpool said something.
His fucking bazooka to blow up the base.
Yeah, Wade says something. It's like, which Punisher is there? There's been 5, and unfortunately, Ray Stevenson has passed away. He was Punisher in Punisher Warzone, but man, dude, if they would have got Thomas Jane, or even, and this would have been a super deep cut, if they would have got Dolph fucking Lundgren to play an old ass Frank Castle, oh dude, I would have been 1,000% on board with that.
Oh yeah.
But like I said, just being greedy at that point, because in the aspect of the supporting tenfold, what I don't know. I didn't theorize or anything like, oh, who's going to be in it or anything like that. I really tried not to, so that way I could get that surprise factor. And I will say it paid off big.
I was running with millions of different things in my head. I was like, oh man, this dude's going to show up. We're going to have him. We're going to have him. We're going to have her. We're going to have her. Like over and over in my head. And that's what I was worried about, because I was going to get to the theater and I was going to be hyped up, way overhyped, and I would sit there in my seat thinking to myself, before the movie even played, I would have sat there and thought, man, none of these people are going to be in it. I just got myself hyped up for no reason. Most of the people that I anticipated were not in it, and I was still thoroughly pleased. Like, I was still well beyond satisfied with the cameos that they had.
Like, not that they could have seriously not had Johnny Storm and Blade in this movie. I wouldn't have been upset, because honestly, I would have never expected those two. Just having Channing Tatum alone as Gambit, because I wanted that movie. Back in the day, I was like, yes, let's get it. Let's get it. So finally seeing him, and I mean, it wasn't like the X-Men Origins Wolverine Gambit where it's like, okay, I'm not wearing the costume. No, full costume and freaking everything. 10. 10!
So good. So fucking good.
But then, yeah, after some convincing and a few bottles of whiskey, the team, moves back to Cassandra's base. That's when Blade uses the Punisher's rocket launcher to, I guess, break Ant-Man's hands so they could get the Honda Odyssey.
They all drove in this bitch in a Honda Odyssey.
Yeah, and everybody had their moments to shine. Like Gambit just, and then just and Wesley Snipes being Wesley Snipes. Just man.
So
I'll admit I was never the biggest on Elektra, but I still thought Jennifer Garner was awesome. And then Daphne Keane as X-23, she was awesome. Cut off Juggernaut's fucking head. First cuts off his feet, and then obviously cuts his head off.
And the fucking Achilles heel on, and his whole fucking ankle just, god damn, that's got to be rough. Now that's another thing. Actually, I don't think that was the original Juggernaut actor.
No, Bullet. I don't know. I can't never remember his name. All I know him as is Bullet Tooth Tony.
That was not the one that played Juggernaut in the X-Men movies.
Yeah, no. Oh god.
He is also not in the cast.
Yeah, I can't remember. Like I said, I only remember him as Bullet Tooth Tony from Snatch, I believe, which was a super good movie if you haven't seen, by the way.
Dude, he's not in the he's not in the IMDb.
What, Bullet Tooth Tony?
No, the guy that plays Juggernaut.
Vinnie Jones, that's who originally played Juggernaut.
But that wasn't Vinnie Jones though.
Yeah, no, I know. It was a completely different dude, so his name could be Joe Schmo or Guy Blow. It wasn't Vinnie Jones, and that was obvious right out of the gate, or Bullet Tooth Tony. Final fight scene was I guess in the Void, the final fight scene was a lot of fun. Every character got their moment to shine. And then
Ryan Reynolds is the voice of Juggernaut
in Deadpool 2.
Oh, this is Deadpool 2. No, this is Deadpool. This is Deadpool and Wolverine. Yeah, he did he did the same thing in this.
He was the voice, but
wasn't the actor.
Wasn't the. Oh wait, hold on a second. Okay, this couple things I just now saw on just quick search on Wikipedia. Okay, Matthew McConaughey was. You know what? We'll just wait.
I was gonna say I already had those pulled up.
Yeah, we'll get to that here in a second. But then through tricking Cassandra Nova and putting Juggernaut's helmet on her, and then Pyro shooting her, and then just shut up. Fuck.
Yeah.
Getting just.
Not everybody gets a speech.
Yeah.
Knocks
Love
his ass
that.
out.
But then she helps Deadpool and Wolverine get back to the frickin' was Earth 10,006 or something like that. Whatever. They're where they came from.
Yeah.
And by using a
sling ring.
Doctor Strange sling ring. And then eventually
she also said in our Cassandra Nova also said that it was a like street magician that had it, and she killed him and wore his skin for however long. Now that was from She-Hulk, I'm pretty sure.
We don't talk about that.
I know, but there was a street.
You just did.
There was a street magician in She-Hulk that I'm pretty sure escaped, and he had a sling ring. So it's funny that he got killed. That is funny. I'm assuming that's what they're talking about, because that was the only street magician that I'm aware of that would have one. But it implies that dumbass street magician managed to escape somewhere or got sent to the void, and Cassandra Nova wore his skin for a couple weeks.
And they got his shit just royally fucking pushed in.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
So then anyways, they get sent back to stop the Time Ripper. That Mr. Paradox is setting up to destroy Deadpool's timeline. And then the Deadpool Corps shows up, being led by Lady Pool, who was voiced by Blake Lively, which was awesome. And then
not Taylor Swift,
like I said,
so that's cool.
Yeah, was that rumored?
Yes, it was.
Oh my god, I'm so glad I stayed out of that shit.
Because Taylor Swift is friends with Blake Lively, and they were seen together multiple times during the shooting of Deadpool and Wolverine, and people were like, oh my god, she's going to be in there. And then there was also a bunch of rumors that Taylor Swift was going to be making an appearance as the Dazzler, because Dazzler is literally just Taylor Swift, honestly.
Yeah.
But that didn't happen either, thank God. That woman does not need any more money or fame. So, please.
Yeah, no,
please don't.
Give somebody else a shot. Okay, so Matthew McConaughey as Cowboy Deadpool. That's awesome.
That's funny as hell.
Nathan Fillion as Headpool, and then Ryan Reynolds' kids was actually Kid Pool and Baby Pool.
Lest we forget Peggy the dog as Dogpool.
I don't know what Peggy has been in.
I don't think she's been in anything, but Peggy the dog was Dogpool.
Yeah. She gained her popularity for her ugliness. Good for her.
She is very ugly.
You know what?
She's an ugly breed of dog.
She is a sweetheart.
But we love her anyway. It's okay, I'm ugly too. Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you know.
Embrace it.
But anyways, then Deadpool and Wolverine fight the Deadpool Corps after finding out that Nice Pool does not regenerate, so I think they're thinking, oh, maybe the other ones don't either, but sure enough, they all do. And at that point, that's where Wolverine puts on the frickin' we're talking full getup. Headgear, suit, everything. Awesome. And then that fight sequence just slowly moving down the street.
Oh, yeah.
And then eventually into the bus.
They also get pushed back that one time. And it's just like bodies flinging onto the screen.
and then it just Wolverine and then Deadpool's like pushing Wolverine as he's stabbing them.
Love that.
And then they're like, okay, we got them all. And then everybody gets up, and then Peter shows up. And then everything is suddenly A-okay.
Every Deadpool's got a Peter. I like how the one samurai one had little baby arms because he was regrowing them. He was regrowing them because they got cut off. That was a funny attention to detail because he was regenerating his fucking arms and they were tiny.
But everybody stopped fighting. I know this is kind of, I don't even want to say apples and oranges with it. This was a BVS Martha moment. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. It was. And you know what?
I don't get that reference.
You'll know when you watch BVS eventually, because everybody got hung up on that and made just the biggest deal out of it, and that is essentially what that moment is. It is the exact same fucking thing, except there's a lot more people involved. Okay. I love, like, I'm not going to shit on them more at the moment because I understand what they were going for, and I get it completely. Same with the Peter moment. I'm not going to shit on that because I get it and know where they're coming from. The fans are just... Somebody's going to comment down below and be like...
It was within the realm of Deadpool humor. I don't think it exceeded the Deadpool-ness of it. And
it's not that.
There's nothing but Deadpool in that scene, so... I think it was fine.
It's just all the fighting stopped the second, like, oh yeah, everybody's got a Peter. It's like... Oh, but it's a crime if their mother's names are Martha. Okay. Alright, whatever. Yeah, no, you'll understand when you watch BVS, and I almost guarantee you'll get hung up on that moment as well, because it seriously seems like 8 out of 10 people do. And it makes no sense to me whatsoever. But then they go into the subway station. Wolverine's like, I'm going to sacrifice myself, and then you think he's going to, and then Deadpool sneaks in and is like, no, you're not going to. And there was definitely I can't remember which Star Trek movie, but, matter and antimatter or whatever, well, I can't remember exactly, but the two things, they had to connect the circuit at the end. Yeah, and then Deadpool even does the live long and prosper, straight up reference to, I think it was Star Trek 2 or 3, I can't remember.
I was never a Trekkie.
Neither was I. But then anyways, Deadpool's trying to be heroic and he can't reach the other thing, and then that's when Wolverine grabs him and stabs the thing. They connect the circuit, they secure, or they, what's the best word I'm looking for here? They basically make sure the timeline isn't gonna just be erased by Cassandra, because she's up top running the thing, trying to destroy every single timeline, so there's just the void that she will rule. And they basically just they stop her. Of course, it's a superhero movie. What do you expect at this point?
So what did you think of Cassandra Nova?
I thought she was alright. Her power is fucking weird though. Like, I can't remember which character she did it to. Just put her hand through them and then snap their neck. I was like, I like that.
Pyro.
I can get down with that. It was Pyro?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember which one.
She comes through the fucking portal to our universe or whatever that we're in with Deadpool and Wolverine, and she's like controlling him like a puppet, basically, or holding him like a puppet, and then just fucking cracks his neck down, and he's dead. He's dead.
Just awesome. Yeah, no, I really didn't have a problem with her in the movie. Yeah, she was good. Definitely very believable villain. I mean,
my only thing with her, I thought she was a great villain. I thought she did a great job. I thought the actress Emma, what's her last name? Emma Corrin. I thought she did a great job. But I feel like she was a little bit too powerful to have gone out as easy as she did. Like Professor X level, if not possibly even stronger, and she goes out in the first movie she's in.
And
I don't know, man.
Okay, so the one problem that I don't even want to say Deadpool 2 has the problem of like any Marvel movie ever, because it's just villains are one-offs, done, washed away. Because in the story of Deadpool 2, it's like, no, he's going to become a bad guy. We change the past, and then it's fine. It's not like, oh, we're just introducing this villain just for this movie, just to get killed and then be done with, never mention it again. So I mean that's typical in a Marvel movie now, which is disappointing. So I would have liked to seen her somehow survive, because if Deadpool and Wolverine were supposed to die, which we were told many times, like, oh, you won't survive when they get together, blah 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 blah, they survive. by holding hands and singing Madonna, as Deadpool puts it.
Naturally.
Yeah. So that
I feel like she could have definitely been in the upcoming X-Men movies. However they may do them.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like she could have been a villain in one of these, if not a couple of these movies. A Magneto parallel, if you will.
Yeah.
Because who the fuck knows if they're
just
going to do Professor X and Magneto in whatever reboot X-Men that they do. I don't know if they're going to try to touch those waters, at least not for the first couple. I don't think they will, just because they've already been done so many times.
Yeah.
But I think she could have been a good fill-in for one of those two. But
yeah. And it's a shame that she's a one and done, in any other Marvel movie ever. But I did like after it's found out that Deadpool and Wolverine survived, Goo Goo Doll's Iris is playing in the background. Then Deadpool, let's go get some shawarma. Loved it. Thought that was hilarious.
Yeah. Loved all of that.
And then, Deadpool sticking around, Logan sticking around in Deadpool's timeline. And then finding out that the TVA went back and saved X-23. That was awesome.
But notably not Elektra, Blade, or Gambit.
Yep.
As far as we know.
Could have just saved Gambit. But
could have just saved Blade. That would have been fine.
Could have just saved Gambit. I want more Gambit in movies. Blade's gotten 3. Gambit's literally been in the shittiest X-Men movie, or one of the shittiest X-Men movies. I want a legit Gambit.
Yeah, it was pretty rough.
But
it's a pretty rough movie.
Well, I mean, come on. Are you surprised by the Gambit talk? I mean, come on. Our X-Men '97 review. Check that out if you haven't, by the way. Yeah, I'm all for Gambit, and I want more Gambit.
Yeah.
There's not too much Gambit.
I was very pleased to see Gambit show up. I was very pleased to see Blade. I was very pleased to see Elektra. All of the cameos I was pleased to see.
That wasn't like a throwaway line or anything, but just Logan at the end. Let me hold the dog, talk to the fucking girl.
Yeah.
So that's when Deadpool and Vanessa kind of... That's when they kind of... It's like, okay, they're getting back together. So, like I said, my previous issue... Oh, somebody's getting it in the butt, and it's not her. But, yeah, the movie... Like, one thing I really liked was the tribute during the credits to all the previous X-Men movies, and even Fantastic Four, Daredevil, just basically anything Fox has had their hands in with. That was a good send-off. What?
Another one of the... Okay, I take back what I said about having like most of the cameos that I was hoping for not show up, and I was still magnificently pleased with it. There was one that I was hoping for based on something that was in the trailers and was very prominent in the first 2/3 of the movie. Moon Knight. I wish I would have seen fucking Moon Knight in this, and the only reason I say that is because the fucking cupcake truck from the Moon Knight show was one of the fucking cartel trucks that they were driving in the fucking void. And it was right there. It was right there. But they had no nod to Moon Knight at all. Other than, in that montage at the very end during the credits, they had Oscar Isaac as Apocalypse, unfortunately, as one of the slides that they were showing. Yes, which we all know was a fucking awful movie. But
yeah,
we didn't get a single mention of Moon Knight. That's fucking lame, because I actually enjoyed Moon Knight quite a bit.
Yeah. No, Moon Knight was in my opinion, one of the better things that the MCU has done during... I can't even remember what shit phase that it was released in, but I know it wasn't good.
Moon Knight is easily one of my favorite of the shows. Like, of the Disney Plus shows. One of my favorite by a landslide.
Out of all the shows I've watched, it is my favorite. Now that's not saying much because, like I said, I haven't seen either season of Loki, but I've seen like WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier.
I liked Falcon and the Winter Soldier a lot more than I thought I would.
I was beyond disappointed with that. I liked WandaVision better than that.
I liked WandaVision a lot, but it's unfortunately not something that I would rewatch because the whole mystique behind it all was like watching it as it came out, you know, like. But now that I've seen it, I already know what's happening. It's not as fun, I don't think. That's why I think I have a little bit more of an edge for Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but I still like Moon Knight better than both of those. Loki season 1 and 2 are kind of fighting for that position as far as my favorite of the shows. Secret Invasion unfortunately fell through for me. I was not fond of it. I got to like almost the last episode and was like, you know what, I can't even be bothered with this anymore. It's that boring. Hawkeye didn't even make it past the first episode.
Hawkeye's one I watched.
I fucking could not stand Hawkeye. Didn't even watch the whole thing. I was like, nope, I can't be bothered. And I've tried 3 different times. She-Hulk, unfortunately, I watched all of. That was a mistake, and I'll never get that time back from my life.
I don't like admitting it. I watched She-Hulk, and
that was rough.
It's just garbage trash.
That's time in my life I'll never get back, unfortunately.
The tribute. Yeah, I didn't watch that either. The tribute, awesome. Loved every second of it with Green Day playing in the background. Perfect as a goodbye and like a thank you, you know. And then the post-credit scene. I'm tired of all you fuckers saying I got Johnny killed. Plays it back.
Oh yeah.
When Deadpool was originally talking to Cassandra Nova, saying like all this stuff that it seems like it's coming straight from Deadpool. No, Johnny Storm was saying Deadpool quoted him word for word.
He even said he would rather get his flesh ripped off and his like meat and bones or whatever like spew onto the ground. Like it pretty much exactly what Cassandra Nova did to him. He said he would rather that happen to him or something like that at the end of it. I was like, what the fuck? Oh, dude. Beautiful.
Fucking awesome.
Beautiful.
Fucking awesome. Okay. So, before I go into my thoughts, I just want to throw numbers out really quick. Because I think this is important. Because numbers are, well, extremely important for the success of the MCU. Now, Deadpool, this movie costed $200 million to make, and then $100 million in advertising. So $300 million essentially went into this movie. Right now, it is projected, according to Deadline, it is projected to make $340 to $360 million opening weekend worldwide. And what's that break down to? 160 to 170 million domestic. And then just from the Thursday showings alone, it has made 35 to 40 plus million dollars already. So, this movie is going to be successful, which was the Marvels the last movie the MCU had, and it was their biggest bomb ever.
Yes.
So, Deadpool doing good. Which, of course, we want to see that, because I may have a few gripes with the movie, but they're nothing major. The only thing that I will say, why I'm really... my review score that I will give it at the end, put an asterisk by it, because this movie was a lot of fan service. And that's good, it's awesome.
It was very well done fan service, though.
Yeah. But the reason why I'm still being cautious about this and won't have a better concrete idea until I see it a second time is because Spider-Man No Way Home was a lot of fan service. With, oh my god, all 3 of them, what? And theater experience, neither one of us will deny. We had an awesome time seeing it in theater. I still, yeah.
Loved it.
Second watch though, I could not even finish the movie.
Okay, no, my opinion has not changed that dramatically. My opinion has changed. It has gone down slightly, but I still love the movie. I'll still watch it again. I still enjoy watching it. It's still fun for me to watch, but I do not like it currently as much as I did in the theater. That is a fact.
Yeah. Oh, it was like legit a 9.5 in the theater, and then yeah, like I said, I couldn't even finish the movie second time around, and I was like, it wasn't like I was like, okay, let's shit on this movie. I was like, yeah, let's do it. It was awesome. I was like, man, none of these fucking jokes are landing this time. What the fuck?
It was a 9.5 for me in theaters, and it's probably like an 8 for me now. I still like it a lot.
9.5, and then legit, I would say 6.5. Like it dropped 3 solid points.
Not that far from me.
I don't know. It like when we left theaters, I know me and Toby were definitely saying like it's up there with Spider-Man 2, but then not even being able to get through a second watch of it without just being annoyed by just the bad humor. And like you said, Deadpool was very well done, and the humor has kind of always been in my, how do I say it? Like I'm part of the target audience for this humor, so I'm just being cautious still with it. Now, I will say this isn't the be-all, end-all to save the MCU like I originally hoped, which I know was unrealistic of me, but the MCU has been garbage for a while, which that is also referenced in this movie so many times. Like, when he gets Wolverine, he's like, yeah, welcome to the MCU. You're joining at kind of a low point. That is no lie. It is a low point. It's going to raise the needle a little bit, but I'm still, how do I say it? I still don't really care about the other movies that are coming out in the MCU. Like, it hasn't, like, made me want to care about the next Captain America movie that's coming out, or any of the other stuff that's coming out after it.
I'm looking forward to the new Captain America movie. The extended trailer that we seen for this in theaters when we were in Deadpool was fucking lit.
They showed the trailer for it?
Yeah.
Oh, we had, like, I can't remember what all we had, but I know Venom 3 was one of them, which that's another one.
I didn't see anything about Venom.
Yeah, Venom 3 was at our theaters, and
Alien
it was
Romulus.
Yeah, that wasn't there.
Trap, Trap, Trap.
Damn. Yeah, that trailer looked good.
That looked really fucking good. And Captain America were the 3 trailers I think we saw. I don't remember seeing any others.
Venom 3 was one of them, and then, yeah, I legit can't even remember, because we got to the theater super early. So, it's not like we strolled in late or anything, but, yeah. So, but it didn't make me care about other MCU properties. And what
else is coming out?
Thunderbolts is coming out at some point, and then Avengers 5, and then Secret Wars, Fantastic Four.
Secret Wars I'm still excited about. After this movie, I'm still excited to see Fantastic Four.
I'm really not with Fantastic Four.
I am. I'm fucking pumped.
Pedro he's everywhere, and I love Pedro Pascal, but when you're Game of Thrones, Star Wars, Kingsman, this, it's like, okay, man.
I get it.
Should have gave it to somebody else. And I do love Pedro Pascal, but I like when they cast him as Reed Richards, I was like, man, fuck. Okay.
After finding out that what's his face is voicing Galactus.
I can't even remember who that is. Like, obviously I know who Galactus is, but I can't remember who's voicing it. I don't know. It's
Ralph Fiennes.
Oh, okay. Voldemort. Yeah.
No. Ralph Fiennes.
He
was the dad in The Witch.
Oh, okay.
The guy with the fucking deep, gravelly ass voice that's gonna sound amazing as Galactus.
At first I thought it was Ralph Fiennes or Fiennes or
Oh no. Fiennes.
Yeah. Okay.
He's got just the best fucking voice on the planet. He could voice anybody and I'd be satisfied. But
yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I'm excited for Secret Wars. I'm excited for Fantastic Four. I'm excited for Captain America. Thunderbolts, I'll be honest with you, I haven't really given a shit about even since they've announced it. even before the MCU started to really tank over and over again. I still, even when they announced it, I was like, all right, I don't really care, honestly.
Oddly enough, if that film, because like I said, my interest is still very low for every other upcoming Marvel project. If John Bernthal is Punisher in it, I will be there. I will 100% be there if John Bernthal's in it.
I am still excited for Blade if it's still coming out. If it's still coming out. I'm not too fond of whatever they're going to do with Avengers 4 or 5 or whichever one it is. Not Secret Wars, but the one that was supposed to be Kang Dynasty. After Kang went down the shitter, I'm really not too sure about that one, but I guess we'll see.
But yeah, it was a very good movie. I'm not gonna sit here and say it wasn't. I liked it. I can't wait to watch it again. It didn't move the needle for me about caring about Marvel other stuff again. So I will go ahead and give it an 8.5. But like I said, asterisks around it. I want to watch it again. That number definitely could change, could definitely go up, it could go down. I just don't know, knowing all the fan service now and having that element of surprise removed may impact the next watch.
So my biggest gripe about the whole thing, and this is what's going to take it down a couple points for me, or at least a point. This thing will take it down a point, but my biggest gripe is it did not actually tell us anything at all about the MCU moving forward.
It was just the Fox timeline.
Yes. And they ended in his timeline, like in his universe. So it didn't actually move anything with the MCU. That's like at all. So what does this have to do with the sacred timeline, other than the fact that we know it exists now within this universe, or within this multiverse rather, because Paradox said the sacred timeline is what we need your help with or whatever. And it showed all these characters and stuff. No one actually did anything with the sacred timeline at all, like whatsoever. There was nothing about the sacred timeline, our MCU. As a matter of fact, I don't think there was any cameos either, other than B-15 from Loki. She was the TVA agent at the end that was flirting with Peter.
Oh, Wilson?
That was flirting with Peter. No, the black lady that was flirting with Peter at the end of this movie.
Well, yeah, but I didn't watch Loki, so
I know. That's why I'm telling you she's the one that was flirting with Peter in this movie. That's who I'm talking about.
Oh, you meant... Yeah. Oh, shit. I thought you meant flirting with somebody at the end of Loki, so that's why I guessed Owen Will.
No. B-15's the lady that was flirting with Peter in Deadpool 3.
He's Sugar Bear.
Yeah, Sugar Bear, whatever. But
always Sugar Bear.
B-15 showing up is the only person that we know of from any of the sacred timeline that was in this movie.
Is she technically just based in the sacred timeline, since the TVA is supposed to be timeless and just whatever, but like she's appeared in that one and then appeared in this one?
The
like
TVA is timeless, yes. But, I mean, she's the only person that we have seen, I'm saying, in the sacred timeline at all from this movie.
Yeah.
Because we've never seen Paradox either until this movie.
Yeah, and Paradox there wasn't,
completely new.
There wasn't any other vendors, I guess, other than Ant-Man, his corpse, being in the movie, which...
And that's gotta be, as of Quantumania, that could be fucking any number of Scott Langs. So...
yeah, we're not going to talk about that one. But...
So, I mean, it's just, we didn't see anything about the sacred timeline. That's the only thing that I'm kind of like... I mean, we made this big deal about Disney buying Fox, and Disney's letting you come into the MCU now, blah, 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 but...
They're still keeping it separate.
Yeah, it's still not... You're still not in the MCU. I mean, you are, I guess, by a technicality, but...
I'm glad you said that, because, the movie it really does not feel like an MCU movie. And it kind of beats you over the head with constant Marvel references.
Yeah.
Like Marvel, MCU, Marvel Jesus. It still does feel like a Fox movie.
I am glad.
At least to me it did.
I am glad that all those references made it in. I'm glad they did.
Yeah.
Like, that shit was funny as fuck, I'm not gonna lie. But they still didn't touch the sacred timeline or our MCU that we've been slopping around in our own shit in for the past several movies, so...
Yeah.
which I was kind of hoping they would touch up on a little bit. Not to mention, as of the post-credit scene, does that mean Deadpool is still fucking around in timelines and shit? Because if that's the case, then we're probably going to see him again in an MCU movie, more than likely.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, we got to see Thor crying over Deadpool.
That's also an implication as well, so I don't know. That's not actually specifically stated, it's just an implication because he's in the TV at the end of the events of Deadpool and Wolverine, so... But you're right, we do have to see him crying, or see Thor crying over Deadpool's body. We do have to see that.
Which would be fun.
Secret
what's the number?
Secret Wars, maybe?
Hopefully. Hopefully. What's your number?
I think I've got to give it an 8-7.
Okay. So we're pretty close.
I liked it a lot. Initially, right out of the theater, I would have given it a 9.5. But after talking about it with Deanna on the way home today, and after talking about it with you, obviously, I've noticed a few more things. I'm like, yeah, you know what? That's a little bit of a gripe. I'm going to have to talk about that. That's not okay.
Yeah. You see, that's why I said mine definitely with an asterisk, because, like, it could definitely change. Like, I really hope it doesn't have as drastic of a change as Spider-Man No Way Home did. And there's also a possibility it could go up, because I was originally leaning more towards a 9, because I guess my official rating would be, like, ranking would be Deadpool and Wolverine at 3, Deadpool 1, and then Deadpool 2 is still the best. Like, it, in my mind, was never better than Deadpool 2, but Deadpool 1, I was like, man, which one did I like better? So...
Oh, I liked this Deadpool more than the other two.
But didn't you give Deadpool 2 a 9.5?
Yeah, but after seeing this one, I'm going to have to reevaluate those, because I would watch this one before those two any day.
I still would... Deadpool 2 would be my go-to to still watch. Like,
I still watch both of them. Like, I still watch all three
of them,
yeah. But after seeing this, I think that's adjusted my scores a bit, because I would watch this before the other two. Probably.
Yeah, Deadpool 2 set the curve for me, and yeah... Like I said, I think the next watch, I will notice more things, positive and negative, of course. So that's why it's like, I'm going to give myself a little bit of wiggle room. And I think an 8.5 is more than fair, because it was really good. But I don't know if, I just hope it still hits the same the second time around.
Yeah.
Oh my God, my freaking neck and head. Ugh. But,
overall,
yeah,
very good movie. Very good movie. Definitely give her a watch, man. Give her a watch.
Yeah. compared to we'll say Captain America's trilogy, Iron Man's trilogy, Thor's quadrilogy, and even the X-Men movies, the Deadpool movies have been the most consistent in the fact that they are good. Actually, not good.
All the Captain America movies have been good.
Nope.
Yeah, they have.
Nope.
Winter Soldier, no. Civil War, and First Avenger.
No.
All were good.
Winter Soldier? Oh, hell yeah. That's another topic for another conversation, because no.
No. Fuck.
No. Civil War can eat my ass.
Civil War was good. Shut up!
No.
So good.
No. I did not like Civil War. I still hate Civil War.
I love Civil War.
Good for you. But anyways, that'll do it.
Anyway.
Yeah. Let us know down below. What do you think about people spoiling shit? First off, do you hate it? Are you okay with it? Why are you okay with it then? And yeah, let us know your thoughts on Deadpool and Wolverine.
Any spoilers I see in the comments, I'm deleting. So
Yeah, and I will find you.
don't spoil anything in the comments, guys. Come on now. Don't spoil anything
Don't be
in the
a
comments.
dick.
Yeah.
Don't be a dick.
Actually, that's kind of a fine line because don't we want to talk to people about this in the comments?
Now, just tell us did you like it? Yay or nay?
What is your score of Deadpool and Wolverine out of 10?
There we go. Be vague.
Be vague. Use code. No, I'm just kidding.
Morse code.
Anyway, if you like this video, make sure you give it a giant thumbs up because, please, it helps our videos get pushed out into the algorithm, the almighty algorithm gods. Leave a comment telling us about your score of this movie and which of the Deadpool movies did you like the most. Let us know. Yeah, sub to the channel if you want to see more stuff like this or anything else we have on the channel. We've got a bunch of stuff on here. We talk about music, we talk about movies, we talk about franchises, we talk about games, everything in between. I promise I don't cough up a fucking storm every single episode. This cough is just like kicking my ass lately, so hopefully that will be better by the next episode. Yeah, we'll see you next time, guys. Peace.